What's good? Welcome to First Thing Podcast. On today's episode of First Thing Podcast, we have the one and only C Wall joining us as she does every other Tuesday to talk the latest and greatest news for the Washington Commanders. We also will be joined by Quinton Carr, who is going to give us a Detroit angle on what's to come for the Washington Commanders next Sunday at what time is that thing? I think it starts at 4:30 or 4:30 kickoff. This will be one where you don't have to get up early. We crowned the World Series champ over the weekend. Um, the trade deadline has come and gone. Al has his foursome for us, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to go around the NFL, so I hope you guys are ready. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up is the first string podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the first string podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, first string is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the first string podcast show.
Welcome back to First Thing Podcast. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to First Thing Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First Thing Podcast. I am your host, Toothpick. Now it is time for me to bring in my fellow co-hosts, one of which who will be late today. You know, the one that didn't do so well on Monday Night Football versus the Arizona Cardinals, who lost 5 games in a row. Yeah, he's going to be late. Would you expect anything else? Say it. How you doing, man? Get in here.
What's up, my brother?
You good?
Oh yeah. Always.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, as you call her Sunshine, as I call her HR, and the lady that brings the fines, it's time to say hello to Lady A. How are you, Lady A?
Well, hello. Somebody tried to take me out.
You
What
came and left.
happened?
You came and left. I was
I'm
like,
just saying. I thought I was here. What happened? But
He
I'm
was in,
here.
he was out.
You was
I
in and he
know.
was out. It was like it was like I think you wanted to find yourself for being late.
That's not true. I was not late. Don't
Oh,
play.
okay.
You know,
Mm.
HR
Yeah.
don't play like that.
Mm.
No, well, listen.
She said so.
What?
Somebody,
I was
somebody
here.
running,
That's
somebody's
nice.
running late today. She said she
Nice.
took attendance and she marked herself present.
I was here.
Okay, all
I
right.
was here.
Let's
I was here first.
no,
True.
no.
Yes, I was.
I was here, left out, and came back in.
No. I saw you because I was here. See, you see how people do? You see how
I was
people do?
She was watching you, watching me, watching you.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
I feel like this is one of those battles you just have to say yes, HR to. Let's say this up to the chat. Say who we got in there. I saw Bruce Glass was first as always, and he said we
got Bruce Glass as always. You know, Bruce Glass is one of the steady eddies. He showed up in the chat for us today. He said, "Good evening, everyone."
Mhm.
And Bruce has always got something good for us here. He said
Yeah.
MLB season is ended, back-to-back champs. Boo!
But
I'm not a
no,
Dodger fan.
no, don't do that.
I'm a Dodger hater.
I'm gonna tell y'all we need to pull the tape because I said they was going to win.
Um, I
I said
gotta
the
step
Dodgers.
out. I gotta step out for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I made a mistake.
And so then we have Garage Jim, Jim like John. He showed us to my he has arrived. Hey, what's up, John?
Hey, John.
Cuzzo's up in the house. He
Hey,
said,
cuz.
all right, the commission's in. What's up? What's up? And then we have come on. Then we have Mike Young. Welcome, Mike Young.
Hello,
Uh,
Mike.
subscribe, hit the button so you can get these most important updates as we send them through when we get these started. We're in the middle of football season, baseball season just ended.
Yeah.
So basketball season just started. So we ready to roll. We ready
Right.
to roll.
Oh, hockey. Don't forget
We,
hockey.
we still got hockey and we still got college football. We got a month left in college football, and then it's into the playoffs. And we really like the playoffs. I'm really glad they started the playoffs with college. I really am.
Yeah.
Giving these 12 teams a chance to make it into the postseason. It still takes priority in wins and losses, conference wins and losses. Matter of fact, the SEC is going to 9 games next year. Ooh, it's going to be brutal. So I'm loving it. Football season. This is what we do.
Play them again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
But
So
and then here's
so
John. Go
Oh,
ahead.
there you go.
I gotta say right now, I call myself being on it, right? And I forgot to send the invite to Seawall.
Oh boy.
So here she is right
Mm,
now.
mm,
Let's bring
mm,
in Seawall. Um,
mm.
you got her in?
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got her. Okay.
You got Lady?
Yeah, I got it. Hello.
There she
How
goes.
are
Hi.
you
So
all?
listen, Pick just apologized to the whole world right here for being late
Mm-hmm.
with the invite. I was on it yesterday.
Mm.
We was communicating back and forth and talking about everything. And yeah, the one thing that's the most important part is sending you the link.
Got to
And
be
Said, you were like, I'm sending a link now. And I just said, okay. And I didn't think anything of it. And I was like, wait, maybe he didn't send it. Maybe we were
he
talking.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He did not. He did not. How are you? A lot has happened around the NFL, and I know that you keep your eyes open for the latest news and notes.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams in our division made some changes. You want to start there?
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing well. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but it is what it is. That's just comes with this time of year.
Yes.
It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the division. I mean, I kind of had to laugh, but not at the moves the Cowboys made. I mean, it's fantastic. Great for them. You know what I mean? But it's like, all right, Jerry, get this right. Get this right. Because if you don't, it's going to look crazy.
Right.
Because it would definitely imply and look like you're doing this for a mean push. And as well as realizing that you let a lot go in one player. And so it's admitting that there was one player that had a whole lot of juice. Um,
Yes.
and now you've had to make what, 3 trade? Was it 2? It's 2, right?
Two. Two. Yes. He
2.
he got a linebacker and a defensive lineman.
So right, 2 today, and then with that trade you've made 3. So you have to make 1 trade. Now you had to make 2 before the deadline to make up for the 1 trade that you already had. So that was interesting to me. But I know very reactionary because of the way the defense is played. I mean, I think it was a lot of false hope when the Cowboys played the Commanders. Keep it a buck. The Commanders made them look very good. It gave a lot of, and I'm like, the Cowboys defense. That's why we could talk about that later. That was the game where I was like, all right, Cliff, I understand that you don't have everything that you need, but come on, because that is not what that defense looks like in real life. at all. And so they had one day of feeling really good about themselves defensively, and then they were right back down to earth ever since. So we saw that happen. You saw the Eagles just be the Eagles.
Yep, they went and got
The
better.
Eagles just
They
you
went.
just mhm.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman, he's the best GM in football. Can we just tell him that he won so he can stop?
Yeah, I mean,
Want to.
it's we'll see, because Jair Alexander was with the Ravens, and so it was never really clear what happened, what was going on, why he wasn't playing. We know that he's injury prone, but Karita covers him, when he's with the Ravens. So that was still he will miraculously be just fine, I'm sure, in Philly, but like he wasn't for some reason, and he was a healthy scratch. The first couple games, or if not the first game, that didn't go well, right?
Yeah.
But the Eagles got him, so I'm sure things will be better.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about like from a division perspective. I mean, Howard Roseman right now, he was on the ropes a bit from a division perspective because of what happened here. But I
Hmm.
mean, when you dealing with injury riddled, it's legit game to game, year to year. It
Yeah.
is a league where now matters, and next year will matter next year. And I think all of the moves we saw today were teams that said, we're going to make a run now. You saw the Rams do it a few years ago, right?
Mhm.
We're going to do
Yep.
this right now and run it. And then you
Let's.
saw a team like the Jets that said, tap me out.
Yeah.
Much love to y'all, but tap me out. And let's get this. We're going to see y'all in a couple of years. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought what the
because
Jets
the
did was
moves.
brilliant. Does it suck? Because I was like, Saul Garner, my God, you would get rid of stuff. But yeah, I would. We're not gonna win. What are we doing? We won one game by now. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you got Sauce Gardner and you have Garrett Wilson, and they came in the same draft, and both of
Yeah.
them are number one pick. So you
Mhm.
got to make a decision on which one you're going to pay. Plus, I think what the Jets did was brilliant because they had two first round picks for him, and they can
Right.
control the draft for like the next 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
To go get a quarterback. If we don't see one we like this year, we can go get one next year.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was like the coach. They said, listen, we don't come here. We don't come to this territory too often. Let's give this a shot. I'm not mad
Yes,
at them. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at them.
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought what they conveyed, what they did, I was like, well, now the Seahawks, I had to laugh. I said, like, the Seahawks need another receiver. Did somebody get hurt? I don't think anybody got hurt.
They
Everybody
did.
perfectly healthy on
We
Sunday
saw.
night. They didn't have much to do. So I don't understand. That was like a practice day for them. So
That's what I
I
thought.
had to laugh because I was like, teams are really like, and let's hit it because we're here and this is what this is. I hope that it is a signal to everybody watching that teams do not, unless you are the Jets, like a one game, 2 games, hey, maybe even in Cowboys case, because I think they've won 3 games this season, or is it 4?
3 games.
Three.
Yeah,
They
3.
won 3 games. They got a tie. So okay, Jerry's gonna make a run for it. He thinks their defense needed to beef up, and they're fine offensively. They're gonna make a run for it. Cool.
with with the way that the league is set it up, where you have your division games towards the end of the season, you're not out of it. You may be out
You're
of the
not out
running
of it.
for the division. I mean, for the divisional crown for the number one spot. But with your division games at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
season, you still have some things to play for. They beat the Giants. Well, no, they beat the Giants. They beat the
Mm-hmm.
Commanders, so they're 2-0 in the division.
Yeah, they're like,
No,
why
no, I'm
not?
sorry, two and
They,
one.
they
They
tied.
lost to Philly.
They
Two
tied.
and two. They're 2-0. They're two and I'm sorry, 2-1 in division. Their only loss being the first game of the season in the division to the Eagles. But they beat the Commanders. They beat the Giants. Uh, they tied. Who did they tie, Lady A?
I thought they tied with the Giants.
No, I think it was Green Bay.
No, that no
Green
Green Bay.
Bay.
Green Bay.
You're
That's
right.
But
a
he
that's
Yeah.
a
got the
divisional game.
conference.
Yeah. So that does still mess them up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
But
messing up with that tie, but they still got an opportunity in the conference. Definitely in the division. They got
Yeah.
they.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, with 3 games, they said let's give it a shot. But I think that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing teams if they're at a certain place. I mean, the Commanders did it last year. And the person they picked up was injured when they picked him up, but they said we're planning to be in the playoffs. So by the time we get him right, he's going to be of service
Yeah.
based on the rest of the season. As much as people talk about Marshawn Lattimore, he was of service when he
Yeah.
got back. The only time you saw like what is he doing was when he and AJ Brown were matched up. Other than that, literally, other than that, when you don't hear his name, it's because he's got things under control. He's got it under control. And so that was the only matchup you saw out of once he was back and then played. That's the only time you heard his name was his matchup against AJ. But you saw the Commanders do the same thing at 6-2 last year. They're gonna make a run for it. They made, they had a healthy team. They had a down, they were down performance-wise in the cornerback. So hey, you had an opportunity, you took it. It worked in their favor. And so that's what you're seeing other teams do right now. You're seeing them either say, count me out, throwing all the cards in. We got y'all in the draft. See you in the draft.
Yeah.
Or you saw them say, we're making a run. And that's what people are doing. People aren't necessarily, teams, when I say people, teams aren't necessarily getting players or drafting players so that they can develop them. They're getting them so they can be of service now. And if you're not, they out. Getting ready for the draft.
Let's talk about let's go back to Sunday night now, which we really don't want to do. Sunday night, we saw a number of Commanders go down. We'll start lowest to highest. It was later revealed that Marshawn Lattimore has a torn ACL. So did they IR him yet?
Yes. He and Luke McCaffrey. I mean, he is out for the season. Luke McCaffrey is on IR. Maybe he'll come back, but Marshawn Lattimore and Luke McCaffrey are both announced today on IR.
He'll probably still get a pass interference from IR. Good evening, Miss Sewell. How you doing?
He comes in with the foolishness. See?
With the shade.
I just said he can still get a pass interference from being out for the season. Much older he
Deron Bland won't get one the way that Marvin Harrison Jr. set him down yesterday.
Yeah, he might. I mean, he probably won't. But see, at least Deron Bland ain't, Lattimore would just grab him and throw him out of bounds because he wouldn't have been able to check him anyway. So I mean,
he couldn't even get a hand on him because he just crossed him up and sat him down. CD said
he did. Bland had a pretty good game when he played Jotto, didn't he?
Well,
I mean, anybody could have had a good game playing the Commanders. Like that's what I'm sad. I'm sad that you weren't on when I gave that kind of monologue. Like, listen,
he's shooting shots.
I did. All of them, because I was like, this is the Washington Commanders made the Cowboys defense look fantastic, and that one game, it gave false hope, and I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, there's literally no receiver on the field that can get separation. Yep. Literally none. You're going to stack the box. Of course you are. Sam Cosby just got back. You're going to punish the right side of this line right now. You're going to punish them. But for some reason, even knowing all of that and being strictly objective, there was all of this hoopla after 1 week of demolishing the Washington Commanders as if that was a triumph. And I said, no.
I said it wasn't. I said it wasn't.
It'll be back. It'll be back. It will illuminate itself. I remember saying this. It'll illuminate itself again. I guarantee you before the trade deadline. And I also said this. We might need to go find the clip. I said, and Jerry will make more trades because he's trying to cover up that he shouldn't have never traded Michael Parsons.
Absolutely, he's trying to cover up. But the problem, like I said, the thing is, I thought Jerry was going to be smarter. Not to get too much on the Cowboys because we already talking about the Commanders. But I thought Jerry was smarter. He was in the perfect position, if he wouldn't have made a trade today, to sit back, use those trades, have the draft capital to get who you want when you want edge rush, safety in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. He gave up some of that draft capital today for Quinton Williams, who's a fantastic player. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the player. But the thing is, you could have got him later. You truly could have got him later for cheaper. Because the Jets were on fire. So the winner of the day's free agency was the New York Jets.
New
by
York
far.
Jets.
So I mean, we didn't get it better enough to make the playoffs, and last night's loss put us so far down with the teams we got to get over. I mean, like I said, but Jerry, true to form, what is his first thing? I'm just trying to make headlines. I just want to stay relevant, and that's my whole problem with Jerry. He's we've digressed.
He really
But,
he tried it. He's trying to mask that Michael Parsons trade
you can't.
ain't working in his favor right now.
But you can. But let me ask you this real question. I don't know if y'all got into it. I'm coming in late. I was coming in trying to catch it, but I was having phone issues. This season, of course, not ending up the way anybody thought it would or wanted it to, regardless who you root for. Where do they kind of go from? Because they didn't make any moves, which made sense. Where do they go now from the approach standpoint? Has anybody asked them that? Because my problem was they got a little bit ahead of themselves with the success you had last year and had an off season where they acted like they had arrived already. And that roster, as you know, was far too damaged to just think after 1 year you had made it right, and that now you're just going to add veterans to add little pieces to get you back over the top. They almost assumed making the playoffs was the bottom point. What do they do? Where do they go now from in regards to positioning free agents, getting younger, getting rid of some of these old guys that's on the roster, and rebuilding their squad?
I mean, I think that it's two things can be true. The injuries, they cannot overcome those.
No.
And there's some injuries that you get to certain players that I don't care what team it is. All it takes is 1 or 2 or 3 good ones. When you're still in the process of building your system, the Commanders are a year and a half in a recalibration. So you thought you had that together. And the truth be told is that they didn't. Right? Because this isn't a thing where you can just plug and play. One of the things I said after the preseason is I sure hope nobody gets hurt, because it was evident by then that the depth wasn't, it's not of the same caliber. It's not.
Oh, it's a big drop off. And you all got injuries times 2. You all were so healthy last year. You almost doubled up this year.
It was so, and you didn't notice when players were out really last year, because they might have had players out, but it wasn't like huge IR situations. You know, I think because was Austin ever on IR? Austin Eckler, he was on. He might have
he had a
concussion last year. That was hurt last year as well,
right? But you still had B-Rob, and you had Jeremy McNichols and Chris Rodriguez, right? And they were making impact then, and so you could, you had Jonathan Allen, and week 6 got hurt with the pec. He ended up coming back. It was a lot of injuries that while it was IR, it was at a time that you could come back every week. This team has 2 or 3 people that they're like, okay, they out. And what I think for me the bigger question was, there was a lot done. Sometimes some of these mishaps, they're just you can't avoid it. But then there's others. It's like, well, is there something, because we know they beefed up a lot of their athletic trainers, right? And beefed up a lot of just that training of what they do in order to prepare. Because with a system that's not completely solid, in my opinion, proven, you're going to see this. And Jaden has been out. I've been saying it for the longest time. Jaden, they got him out of a lot of jams. The defense had these issues before. It just wasn't as illuminated because of the wins. But this wasn't. And I'm not going to say it necessarily from an age perspective, because now the young guys are out there.
Yeah.
There are young guys that are absolutely out there, and there's no change.
Well,
even when you may see, Bobby Wagner is still out there. That's what I'm hearing fans say. I don't say that. But Bobby Wagner's out there. Von Miller's out there. Yeah, well, with quite a few of the young guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
So something is off. Whether it's the coordinator, whether it's the scheme, whether it's just the simple game planning, this isn't a situation where you could lose your entire wide receiver core, like it was to go to offense, and think this is going to go okay. You can't lose 3 to 4 of your pass rushers. You already didn't necessarily move to actually get another pass rush, right? But you down like 4 of them right now. And everybody's like, where's the pass rush? On the IR.
On the IR. Yep. It's on the
IR.
IR.
Okay. Your 1, your 2, and your 3 receivers hurt. They gone. Luke McCaffrey ended up being your number 1 receiver, and now he's on the IR.
Yep.
Debo has an injured heel. It's obvious he's still injured. So this isn't like, you can't even. Now there's still some things that they could have done better, in my opinion, from a game planning perspective. That I'm like, even with what you have, I don't feel like you're using them effectively, like the run game. If the run game has been your primary, healthiest position, well, why hadn't you done that more in some games? Now the Seahawks won't help them; it didn't matter. But like try at least, and they haven't been able to do that. And then what happened in the Dallas game is you saw everybody went and stacked the box. And that's okay if you got that's all right if you got receivers who can get separation like you did last year, and you don't have that due to health challenges. You just don't have it. Now you can try to get people healthy. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't know what kind of machine or what kind of magic you're gonna do to do that. But it's just like last year you had the juice, and a lot of times, like my father always say, a lot of times the juice comes from whomever is the healthiest. And they had health on their side last year, and they don't have it. They just don't.
Well, speaking of not having health, have you received any word on Jaden's elbow ligament damage or anything like that, or is it just?
No, I mean, I think Coach Quinn will maybe share some more on Wednesday this week, but I mean, I wouldn't anticipate on seeing Jaden for a while.
All right. So let's do a quick recap of the Art Month. It was good to see him, the posse out there. The team just didn't perform the way that they needed to, but that whole celebration was outstanding. My question to you is, did they get it right? Because we know this brand new front office, brand new owner, and everybody like that, they would mess up something like this, like misspelling London Fletcher's name, the statue for Sean Taylor. Did they get this right? Did the Josh Harris ownership group absolutely nail this?
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that I've been commenting on with this organization. The things in the past, the Commanders, fans and well, first of all, they got it right because they did it. They retired the man's jersey. It should have been retired. It should have happened a very long time ago. And they did that. So that is a huge step in the right direction. But one of the things, the past, primetime games, I must say out loud, and I want to make sure this is clear, the organization is doing a fantastic job at just making sure fans feel, the legends feel honored and appreciated. It's been extremely entertaining. It is comparable to what I've seen now with other organizations when I go to their stadiums. They're doing a great job. It stinks that the team then loses, right? But the organization is coming up with they're coming through with class, right? And just what is the norm for other sports teams. I mean, literally, it shouldn't feel like, they're doing a fantastic job, right? But they are, comparatively speaking. This is the norm everywhere, like literally in many places. This is the norm.
What is the morale around? What's the morale around the team? I guess, can you get a feel? It's probably hard. I'm sure everybody was down. What is the morale though? I mean, what can the Commander fan expect out of this team? I know what the coaches are looking for. They're looking for, this is going to be a show and prove time for most of the coaches. What do y'all have left? I know Jaden's out. Who can we keep and who we getting rid of? But realistically, what is the mood and the morale of the team right now?
So far last week, it was fine. Sunday night was up. Were we over there Sunday night? Sunday night they were heartbroken.
Sunday night.
Sunday night they were heartbroken. What another one of my Commanders media colleagues shared with me, Felix Tramiel, he said that it felt like the day Alex Smith got hurt. That's what he said. I was actually not in the press box and for that game when Alex Smith got hurt, but he said that's what it felt like in the locker room. It was rough, and I know that I have been now with this team. I said I feel like I've experienced every single emotion with them, which I have at this point. But they were heartbroken because I mean they played like that, right? I mean they got punished, and I hate to be like, I think like I mean that was one of the things that I talked about on the pregame. I mean even if the Washington Commanders did everything right, that was still going to be a game they would more than likely lose, right? Because that's doing everything right based on the personnel. The execution, the game planning and the execution. You do everything right, that was still going to be a very hard game for them to win. And so they did a lot wrong, and that the result looked like it did. So I think they were already down as a team, not like they're getting beat. Right. But Jaden was at the top of everybody's mind. All the injuries, even Jaden, Marshawn, Luke, like you already down. You already. So who's supposed to who in the wide receiver room now? Like they were
still in Money Terry still there, right?
What's that?
Still in Money Terry still there, right? Bank Robber Terry.
He hurt.
Terry ain't no bank robber.
Get yourself together. Get it together, Al.
The way he got them good this year, boy. I need to talk to Terry. He's smooth criminal.
Here's what I would say. It's something in that small print.
I'm sure.
Adam Peters ain't no dummy, so it's something in that small print, and so I'll just say that. Yeah, you got what you really didn't get what he wanted, but okay, it's something in that small print too. And so I think he may have got Terry, if anything, got a dose of reality because he thought anybody was going to just give him what he asked for. That's not what happened.
Well, I think
I could go on a long rant about how I think that impacts things morale-wise.
I was actually about to say that. I was going to say that messing with Terry did affect this whole team because we always said that Terry was the straw that stirs the drink, and you add him and Jaden to this. Plus, you take the offense is discombobulated because they don't have, as they would say, time on task together, right? Mm-hmm. This offense, I don't believe this offense has been on the field, all together, probably even throughout the preseason, all season. So this is what happens when
the perfect storm ends.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, and this is what happens. So next year, hopefully everyone comes back, and they have that time during the off season to rebuild that chemistry to get those little small details together. Because right now the offensive line is probably the one unit that is still healthy. Tight end room is still intact a little bit, but you see those guys going in and out the lineup here and there. So the offensive line and the tight end room is what you have to work with for the rest of the season.
Oh, the running backs. I mean, the running backs, and they haven't. I mean, I think, but this is why I said the injury. I believe the injuries are too much to overcome. I think two things can be true. The injuries are too much to overcome, and I'm still not seeing a game plan that is effective for the opponent.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing that.
And answer the question for me. You all got rid of B-Rob for relatively cheap, and I wasn't necessarily against it because I thought he was an average running back. And you all supposedly had all these stable of back that was going to be by committee. Where are they? I mean, because they're not in the game plan.
That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. That was your strongest unit. So I think I was on the show. I will tell you, my eyes zoomed in on defensive game planning after week 4. Okay, Atlanta. I said, okay, now I got to write a whole bunch of notes on this because I don't know more than what they know. I don't know their personnel more than what they know, but I know that there were some things that I saw that day that I'm like, I don't understand why that is right now. Something is not right now. So that's when I started paying attention to defensive game planning. It was week then 7 against the Cowboys that I said, okay, offensive game planning, something's not right. Because here's the thing. In terms of the perfect storm of game planning, everybody needs to be in their bag.
Yeah, they
And
do.
if you want to run me with you think you have the right people, you losing people every week though. But if you want to run when you got the right people, then you can't use the excuse of injuries.
Nope.
Nobody. No.
You can't.
But I heard
And
Joe
they
Witt.
never would.
Joe Witt gonna come down from the booth to the field. That's probably
Absolutely. That was something
Right.
that was
That's what I
brought
was
up
about to
after that answer. Because I can tell you who brought that up. Me. I think it was me in the background. Like, listen,
That's what I was gonna ask you about it. Yeah.
Who are the people? Y'all know who the people is. I'm gonna go find the people and understand what is going on. What do you mean when you say miscommunication? That can mean a variety of things. Because somebody not hearing the headset? Are you saying something like it can be that literal? We all know how just in communication as people, we're talking face to face. Things could get misconstrued or taken out of context. Somebody need to come downstairs.
Yep.
Now we also know what that means, because if you're downstairs, now let that be a sign that despite the injuries, because you could be just watch it, just forget it. Could have been like the Jets, right? But how with so many injuries, right? I mean, and I'm not saying they didn't attempt and they just didn't have nothing that people wanted to buy, because that happens too. So you decimated, you just all complete with injuries.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna make you come down here. That means that they really do think you got enough to make this, to figure this out. And I'll tell you all something. I don't know if you all heard the press conference, the question that I asked Coach Quinn, because I have questions. It was, I was it took me like a minute to get the question out because I had like a 2-part question because I only had one more to get. But it was like last year we kept hearing anybody, anywhere, anytime. We heard it all the time. The ball is life. We heard it all the time. After New England in the preseason, Coach Quinn was pissed.
Yep.
He's been pissed all season long. Are you still talking about this? Is this still a way of life? Because though philosophical, that was something that I could watch this team. Not during the season because we don't watch the full practice during the season, but I could watch them on game day and I'd be like, oh, they really bought into this. They really have bought into the mantras. They're working that mantra everywhere they go because this is how they show up.
We've been asking, we've been talking about this since the preseason, Katie.
Yeah.
And I had the questions about effort with the backups, effort, not seeing the same effort even from the starters back in the preseason. I mean, and so at some point, is Dan Quinn, is he still asking for effort, or is he? I mean, you can't keep asking for it week 9, and you've been talking about it.
I think he is, but something is off, and I'm gonna get my investigative skills together. Now I know that doesn't mean I'm gonna tell it out loud because that's just not how I roll. Depends on what it is, but I'll tell you this. But it's something is. I asked that question and I appreciated Coach acknowledging. I know based on the inconsistency of how we're playing, it doesn't look like that is a part of what we do, but it is. I'm glad he acknowledged that because it doesn't look like you're talking about it. Ain't no way you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, how? And the change is too fast. The change is too fast. So going back to the starters, right? Remember in the preseason, it was, they weren't playing their starters. I'm like, that's something is going on because the starters it's something going on, y'all. Like y'all,
I've been saying the same thing too.
They're entitled. I'm telling you, they have an entitled our perspective from the from the top down. Tell them again, said I'm just trying to tell. That was my whole problem with a lot of things with this team this year for you all is they act like they had arrived, and
So
I mean I keep
I
saying
don't
the
think
same over.
I
being
know,
on the
I
Listen,
know,
a Cowboys fan.
there, but being
I was
there,
gonna
they
say
don't. Like they don't.
I'm just saying from the outside looking in, even from the play calling, even from a lot of things, the
No, I
effort
think the
levels.
play calling, yes, but these players, like I witnessed and saw and heard players going up to Coach Quinn and apologizing to him and trying to talk to him and wanting to talk. Like they were just, it's not, and I ask myself sometimes because I remain objective in all instances. Now, I will say, let's talk about some of the players who were bright spots last year that are not experiencing injuries, that are not playing like they did last year.
correct.
And I'm like, well, how are they being used? I asked a question after the Falcons game, because I'm telling you, that Falcons game took me down. I said, no. This doesn't make any sense. Right. And if I start saying this doesn't make any sense, trust me, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Because like I said, I'm not going to act like I can be the coach of this team or the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator position. I'm not going to act like that because that ain't even my style. But I know what I'm watching and I know this personnel. I know this team. Right. I know what works. I know what makes sense for the opponent. Okay, that's another thing. Are you adjusting to your opponent? You saw the Kansas City Chiefs do that beautifully, and other things. I mean, you got to adjust. But there was just certain things that even last year they adjusted. We saw maybe even adjustments series to series. You saw a sense of urgency. You saw those things, and it was like something is off. After the Atlanta game, I asked about as good as classy as I possibly could ask. I said, hey, Mikey Sainristil was on the outside last year. You used him in different spots. Is there any consideration to putting him, back where he was last year?
I noticed that on defense. We were talking about my dear cousin Frankie. You don't see Frankie is chasing people all over the field. But last year, Frankie was the one going after the quarterback. I'm confused.
I think
why would
you ain't even hearing Frankie?
Why would you do that? And then you in the preseason you looked at it like the penalties were a problem. Okay, so if you didn't have your starters in and penalties were a problem, but then when the season starts and you have your starters in and penalties are still a problem, and then your starters get hurt, those same people are still having penalties. Like, when is that going to stop? So that is an issue I see as well.
Right. And these are people that were here last year.
Exactly.
Fuck anybody, anywhere, anytime. The ball is life. So I'm not looking at the new folks because the new folks, they got it.
Yeah.
The folks that were returning, I'm like, okay, something is off. When you saw how long it was taking some of even the young, everybody wants the younger guys. You got them, everybody. I don't know if everybody knows the players. That sometimes then that's when it's gonna make me act arrogant. Do y'all even know who's on the team? Because they're out there. Yeah. I see them, I know them, that's who they are. And I'm trying to figure out why they don't know what to do.
Yeah, you got to coach all 53.
Right.
All 70, as they say, what is it?
72? They all 72. That's what
what y'all gonna do this week? That's my question. What are y'all gonna do this week with us?
I don't know.
A mad Detroit team coming in.
I mean, that was already going to be. They were going to be a mad Detroit team anyway.
Correct.
Because remember, I've been calling about the revenge tour. I said the revenge tour could get bad, everybody.
Yep.
And the revenge tour is going bad.
Detroit,
I said Chicago. I said
Chicago. Yep.
Let's be clear. Everybody knew who was coming for you. I knew who was coming for you. I told the coaches, I told them back in May and June. I thought it was funny. I said, y'all know who's gonna come up in here.
Everybody.
You're gonna go down there. It's gonna be an attitude. They cannot wait. Y'all game is circled on their calendar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't get this.
Well, this is part of the game. Okay, now I'll give you Atlanta. They had 5, but guess what? 27 points was enough to beat the Atlanta Falcons. It absolutely was.
Whoa, easy.
It was
easy.
It was the truth. I mean,
easy.
that was enough. That was enough.
Easy.
If you're being completely objective, 27 points was enough to beat the Falcons.
Yeah, the
You
Ravens
didn't-
used to say,
and that
okay,
was
is
and that was with
21.
Marcus Mariota. So you didn't
Yep.
do it. That defense was whoa. The Commanders' defense just wow. My goodness. But they looked like that last year in December.
But 5 was the answer.
But 5 saved your day.
And now 5 is not here.
Same thing. 5 saved your day. Now
my
this
last question,
Detroit
Candi.
game is gonna be this is gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be
on
bad.
Sunday.
My last question for you is this: we heard about the Commanders wanted to do the joint practice with the Ravens. The Ravens said no, so then they did the burgundy and gold game with the competition. Dan Quinn stepped to the side, let some other people coach and things like that. My question to you is this: were people starting to already look for elevated positions in the coaching staff, and you forgot what you're into right now, which is right now will get you promoted later?
Yeah, I mean, if they're on a job interview right now, they're not getting that position.
No.
You know, they're not getting that position. What it feels like to me is that while you say you have the right guys, you do this, is that you are using injuries as an excuse.
Yeah.
There is a disconnect here. There's a disconnect. I can see. I mean, everybody can see. You know, there is a disconnect. I feel like there's a disconnect in how some of the players from last year, you know, going into a new year are utilized. I understand, you know, they're treating Frankie like a big. So what? What is Frankie being asked to do? What's everybody doing? Why you move Mikey? Put Mikey back. Why didn't you have Marshawn doing press coverage? The first time you put the man in press coverage, what does he do? Get a pick. All right. Then it's like you don't consider Jordan McGee makes the play. And now Jordan's been out there a lot, but last week Jordan made a big play. What did he do? He went out. The next one, why is he out? Just put Jordan back in. Go tell him to go get the football. It's real simple. Yeah. And so it just became a what is this? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you already down. So it becomes a desperation point. Aggression starts to look like desperation. You chose to receive on the Seattle Seahawks when Bobby Wagner told. Do you know? Oh, they want to receive. Oh, okay, 100%. Do you know how disrespectful that is? So you wanted to receive on the Seattle Seahawks, and you did not score a touchdown. I laughed. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I laughed in the press box. I said, they about to, they about to put on a show, I see. Because that's not even a part of your identity. You always defer when you win the coin toss. Right. Now this is not aggression. Now you are showing me that you are desperate. And if you don't go out here and score this touchdown, you're gonna get smoked. Because everybody knows when you choose to receive, you have zero respect for a defense. You feel like you're gonna run the numbers up, and that's how you rolling. I know them too well, but I would never say I know them better than their coaches do. This is why I get confused. Like, but why would you even receive?
Yeah.
Why are you receiving? Why are you doing this?
I thought that was weird.
I wouldn't have done it with a whole full healthy team. Do what you know works for yourselves. Last year, you deferred every time. You deferred in LA. It works for y'all. It takes you a little time. Even last year, it used to take a little bit to get warmed up.
Yep.
Sometimes we didn't see them start playing until the second half. It's because they got the ball back first.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna receive on the Seattle Seahawks? Stop it. Stop it now. I don't know who has beef with them, and I get it if you did, but not tonight. Don't do this tonight. Our Monk getting his jersey retired. Don't do this. But you embarrassing. All right.
Well,
you know, and so those are the things that you know I pick up on y'all, and I'm gonna come back and tell y'all. I use my clues all day, and I just like the clues are in front of me. What can I do with the clues? I guess nothing. Yeah. Maybe my clues are injured. Let me stop.
we're scheduled. We have we got Detroit this week. We're scheduled to see you back. Is it before?
I need to talk to you about that. I need to talk because I think I'll just be getting back.
Okay.
So you all do this on Tuesdays. So I might have to do an IOU and come back the following Tuesday or something.
That'll work.
Y'all don't want to see me after Madrid, okay? I'm not.
I was gonna say have a great time. in
I might
Madrid.
be on here off camera. Like I'm just be talking to y'all.
I
And
was
who
gonna say
knows
have
what's
a,
going to
That's
happen
right.
in that game? Who knows? I think everybody needs to start playing and acting like their jobs depending on it to make that game interesting. Okay,
Agreed.
that's
For
what it is.
sure.
Because people start doing great things once they know they on the clock.
Yeah.
for sure. Well, I don't know how long you're gonna be in Madrid, but see as many sites as possible. Stay away from the sangria. It's dangerous. It comes
It's
back to
not
get you.
good.
No, it's good.
That's
It's
not what he
delicious.
That's what
It's delicious.
dangerous.
It's
Oh,
delicious.
it's
But
dangerous in that way. Got you.
the other
yes,
way.
That
it comes back to get you. You'd be like
that
you'd be
means
like, oh, that's
sign me up.
good. Yes. Enjoy Madrid. We look forward. Make sure you guys follow Seawall's her Facebook, her X, because she has great content on there. She'll give you the latest and greatest, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna show us a lot of Madrid anyway. So looking forward
Yes,
to.
yes. I will be doing probably on my tourism thing. So I'll probably be, showing just some sights and sounds, non-game related stuff. So yes, I'll be out there the whole time. Darrell won't be able to come. So a lot of the game day footage, you may not get all of that, but we'll see what happens in the game. You may
My
not.
passport's ready. My passport is ready. If you need me, just tell Darrell send the equipment, and I'll take care of it.
I know that's
I'll
right.
take
I
it.
know that's
He's gonna figure it out.
I'll figure the rest out. And listen, I know there have been many a times when I was in Madrid in my military time where I had to fall asleep on a park bench. So so it's
That
okay.
is crazy. You'll have to send me your recommendations. If you all have been to Madrid, I have not. So this will be my first time. Definitely send me your recommendations. I would appreciate it.
It's a great time to go
Yeah.
to. It's gonna be nice.
Really?
I like the way
The
you
weather
said,
gonna be great. The game gonna be terrible. Good luck.
you know what,
I'm
Al?
looking forward to being at
I'm
the
such a
stadium.
Such a hater.
I heard
Such a
Real
hater.
Madrid is very nice. Their stadium.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've
it
heard
is.
that.
It is. Have fun.
All right, see y'all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
the
You want to bring
you.
back a Miami
We'll see
souvenir?
I pick.
What you
Okay,
say?
I asked her to bring back a Miami Dolphin souvenir.
I got you. Say it's got to bounce.
Hey, I'll see y'all later.
All right,
All right.
Sarah.
I say get ready for a leaking oil on Saturday.
Okay.
Get all your stuff together.
All right. I go about the storage.
All right.
Not that wig though. Not that
No,
wig.
please, not the wig.
All right. Listen. So we have our next guest is Quinton Carr. Quinton is in Detroit from somewhere else, but he's in Detroit and he's about to tell us what time the butt whooping is scheduled for on Sunday.
I don't like it.
How you guys
Hey,
doing?
Good. How you
Hey,
doing, Quick? How you
good.
doing?
Oh, wonderful. How is everybody this evening?
Pretty
Oh,
good.
bless.
Thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate this. Lady A and Quentin, classmates, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Q is a Miami Dolphins fan. We were just talking about Madrid.
I,
Right?
I was going to say you'll have to have me back. Is that next week? That's next
Yeah.
week, isn't it?
Following.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll see. This can be an audition. We'll see how I do.
I like it. I like it. First off, Q's got the whole black background set up, and you got the black jacket on. So yeah, right there, you're already winning. You're
Okay,
already
thank
winning.
you. Well, all right,
So-
that's what's up, man. I appreciate it. I'm
So-
just trying to get in where I fit in, if you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
So yeah,
Okay.
this game has been circled in Detroit by Lions players and fans since January 18th of this year. That 45-31 heartbreaking playoff loss that in 2 years in a row in the playoffs, such a heartbreaking loss for the Lions 2 years in a row. But yeah, I think they're at least going to hang a 40 burger up on you guys this week.
Oh,
Make it 50.
Don't
Make
It may be. No, it may be.
Well,
I mean, you saw what they did to the Bears. They hung 50 on the Bears. I could see this being a 50-point game. They have some steam to let off after a disappointing loss this week to the Vikings, this past week to the Vikings. So,
Well, I got Mike Williams, not Mike Williams, but your burner Williams on my fantasy squad, and he touched the end zone. So I mean, he's on the bench right now, but I'm thinking this is the perfect week to put him back in because the Washington secondary can't stop a nosebleed right now.
yes, you guys are 26th and 29th in passing defense this year, letting up 253.6 yards a game. So,
That's awful.
yeah, the defense is bottom of the league, 28th in total defense, 29th in pass defense, 22nd in rush defense, and 22nd in scoring defense.
Somehow
And the Lions
still better than the Cowboys.
And you're
Right,
still
listen.
better, and you're still better than the Cowboys.
And I would take pride in that. You know, I really would, because
Really?
what's Jerry Jones doing there? I'm not trying to pick no beef with you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Maybe
no,
this-
we can talk about Jerry as bad as you want to, because he's the bane of my soul. Trust me.
I bet, man. It started so good too. It started so good to be where we are now in Dallas. You know. But yes, you know, the injury situation for the Lions coming into the game last week, 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen came out at some point in the game due to injury.
Wow.
Everybody is going to be back, but the left guard, Christian Mahogany, is going to be out for, well, they say hopefully he'll be back by the end of December. He has a broken bone in his left leg. Other than that, there hasn't been an injury report out yet this week. Kirby Joseph could be back this week, and I'm sure he wants to be. So yeah, this two-headed beast of the running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, I expect to see a whole lot of the running game, a lot in early, and the play action pass game. Sam Laporta is back from the sophomore slump he seemed to have last season. You know, and I got a lot of respect for Bobby Wagner, but I don't know what this Commanders defense is going to do with this high octane Lions offense come Sunday.
Chase them for much of the day.
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs the last couple of weeks hasn't been in the end zone. So, what's going on with Jahmyr? Montgomery had a fumble, and then they still go back to Montgomery. I didn't see Jahmyr too much last Sunday. Is he injured? Was he dealing with something, and that's why they were running Montgomery a lot more?
Listen, I think that it's really who they feel like the hot back is there. You know, there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or a reason for why Coach Dan Campbell switches those two running backs out. It's funny because a lot of times, you know, you think that Jahmyr Gibbs gives them more out of the passing game, but when I see him throw it to David Montgomery, he gets almost as much success. Montgomery has 11 receptions on the year. 13 receptions on the year for 106 yards, and Jahmyr Gibbs has 29 receptions for 197 yards. So they're a lot closer in receiving yards than you would think they would be.
Yeah.
And they're averaging almost the same on the ground. Jahmyr Gibbs at 5 yards a tote, and David Montgomery at 4.5. Jahmyr Gibbs has 5 touchdowns on the ground, and Gibbs has 6 and Montgomery has 5. So it's really an even workload between those two running backs, and I think it should be. It keeps them healthy, and that's the way football is played. It's won in the trenches on both sides of the ball. That Lions offensive line is strong. Aiden Hutchinson is back flying around. He's got 7 sacks through 8 games.
And some new money. You got a little new money too.
Yeah, he did get some new money. So, and he's not one of those guys that laid down with the new money. He wants some more money, I think. And then Al-Qadim Muhammad has been a surprise coming off of the other edge with 6 sacks and 4 tackles for loss this season. Jack Campbell is coming into his own in the middle. He leads the team with 73 tackles.
Yeah.
I believe the cornerback, I can't remember his name right now. Arnold is back from injury, so they're all clear there. Kirby Joseph is back. They're going to have both of their Pro Bowl safeties back for this game as well. So this Lions defense is stacked and ready to go.
Getting healthy at the right time.
Right, absolutely. I would expect to see a lot of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who leads the team in receptions and yards and receiving touchdowns right now. He's having a great season.
I don't like any of
I'm just gonna watch the Cowboys game this week. Just that way I can be happy. You know,
I don't like any of this.
We have a bye. We have a bye. He knows we have a bye, so don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about watching.
At least y'all could lose to the bye, and I have a possibility of that. So,
hey, Q, can you do me a favor? Can you get Lady A special Detroit shirt?
Absolutely
And
not.
I
Absolutely
could.
not.
I heard that she's the Lions hater.
She
Is that
is
what you guys
such
call
a
her?
fan
The Lions hater?
of Detroit.
I
She would like to move
break
there.
out in hives.
That's the room rent to school, anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
Who
I
else
would
say
break out
that's
in
my Christmas
hives.
present to her.
This,
Um,
Having a Buffalo shirt.
I don't want that either.
Now, on another note, though, I will say that this has been a very unpredictable season in the NFL, and
Yes,
Yeah.
almost every week there is a handful of games that you think are going to go one way, and they don't seem to go that way. Now, I wouldn't expect the Dan Campbell team, though, to come into any game not ready to play ball, especially with a 5-3 record right now. I don't think that's where the Lions saw themselves sitting, through the first 8 games of the season for them. So I expect a motivated team, and there's plenty of bulletin material, to have this team motivated to come out. Jared Goff, by the way, and I had to look his numbers up in preparation for this. He is 177 for 240. He's only had 63 passes out of 240 passes hit the ground this year. 73.8 completion percentage for 1,915 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
He's having a fantastic year.
A
Right.
quiet season here, a quietly fantastic season.
See,
Unbelievable season.
this is horrible.
But what? But let me ask you this: what? I'm so surprised with how Detroit came out off the bye. What? And what's the feeling about that? Any reasons for why? Even though it was a division opponent, so you always got to take that into account. But the fact I was very surprised the Dan Campbell team came in somewhat flat and off a bye week on a divisional game that was so important.
All right. Well, I think the Vikings have a great defense, and I think that gets not recognized enough. Brian Flores deserves another head coaching position in this league, and he's going to have one soon.
As long as it's not in Dallas, we're good.
Listen, as a Dolphins fan, I wish that he could come back and be our defensive coordinator. If you could have put Brian Flores with Mike McDaniel's offensive mind, who knows what could have happened in Miami the last few years. But unfortunately, that was too far gone for that to ever happen.
He might have choked him in the coaches meeting.
Hey, coaches got to compete too. Coaches got to compete.
The evolution of Mike McDaniel's. Right. But the Vikings defense is stacked. They play great ball. They come in with great game plans. So they were able to stifle the run for the most part last week, which if you can control the Lions' run, you have a chance to beat that team. But that's way easier said than done. And the Commanders this year are 22nd in rushing. They give up 124.2 yards per game. And if that's not bad enough, you guys are 29th in passing defense, giving up 253.6 yards per game. So I don't see the Commanders having any way to stop this Lion offense.
Yeah,
and I don't.
It's not going to happen, especially when you don't have defensive ends that set the edge. So I would expect a lot of outside runs. You're going to see Jahmyr Gibbs full speed. You're going to see David Montgomery's power. And then once you get sick of that and start creeping your safeties up and being nosy, then you're going to see the play action pass with Williams going down the sideline or Amon-Ra St. Brown leaking out after he, threatens to block a defensive end. A linebacker or a defensive end or something like that. And he's stretching the field for you. So
Absolutely,
it's going to be a bloodbath. And I don't know if you guys seen the robot movie, but that was the first question I asked you, Q, was what time's the butt whooping and did we miss it? We're not going to miss it.
We're not going to miss it.
I think it's going to be
BTA
early and often. Hopefully, Mariota can make it a game. I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to, but
that's the question.
So here's my thing. As I was watching Jacoby play yesterday, I miss him. I feel like he would be better compared to Marcus Mariota. Yes. Did you not see
the wide receiver? It's the wide receiver situation. We don't have wide receivers.
Marcus Mariota is not going to run.
Absolutely.
He's not going to do anything. He's going to stand there. He's going to get hit. He's going to throw the ball away. He's going to throw an interception. He's going to do all these things. And the problem that I have with all of this is that you guys know I've never bought into the Detroit Lions hype. You know, like everybody's like, oh, they're so amazing. They're so amazing. And there's so many times that they've shown us that they're not as amazing as people thought. This game is about to make them look amazing. And I am not happy because on top of that, it's my team. So I don't need them to look amazing.
Pour it on, please, Detroit.
Whatever. I'm just saying, I don't buy into it. And every time I tell you guys that I don't buy into the Detroit Lions, hype, it comes true. It comes to fruition. And we'll see that even if they make it to the playoffs, that doesn't mean they're going to go anywhere. It doesn't mean that they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And if they make it to the Super Bowl, are they going to win? I don't believe in the Detroit Lions. And I've always said that. You guys are like, oh, she's a hater, but
you are.
No, but I can back it though. Even last season, we thought that y'all thought they were amazing. They're not.
I just want you to hold on to it. Don't be like Al and get him going, because he sure told he was talking big tough. He was talking big stuff Sunday night, and I told him, you wait till Monday.
Well,
I'm gonna be on you.
Monday was a no lose. Just like I said, I've told you all from me. You all were the one that had all the hypes and all the expectations for this season. I didn't have many, but I just told them we're just gonna be better than you all, and we've continued to be that every week. That we and we still are by division, by record, and by games played against each other. So I'll take that. That's a win for me.
We've only played one game, but that's okay.
But they'll eat early on Christmas. Make sure the kids get their gifts and everything. I want you taking stuff back to the store, becoming a Grinch and stuff because you got them because the team.
What? Who's doing that, Al? You?
I'm just saying, man. I want my man Taz to get all this. I want him to get his cowboy onesies and all his cowboy gear, fresh cowboy gifts. I want you taking that stuff back.
He's literally talking about himself because I'm not buying Cowboys anything for anybody.
I know that boy got a good father, so he's gonna take care of him.
What are you talking about? I know you're not talking about my nephew because I'm not buying that boy no Cowboys nothing.
I'm sending the boy the jersey and the onesie. I'm saying I'm to send it to his father to make sure he gets it because that will make sure it's delivered.
Because Auntie is not going to let my nephew wear that.
Taz will have full have full permission to Taz out on that once he sees that. Go ahead, Taz. Go ahead,
rip
Taz out.
Go ahead, rip it up, babe.
So the Detroit Lions, they dropped one. The NFC North is literally probably there's no team under 500 in that division right now. Green Bay just suffered a loss, right? You guys still have Green Bay and Chicago left to play. Where do you guys see this fight going down to? Is it going to be a last week type fight for Detroit, or you guys going to take this thing and put it away early now?
No, I think we're going to see Detroit go on a run here over the next few weeks and separate themselves from the pack. I don't believe in the Bears. I want to see that team have more success than they have historically. I do football play-by-play, and every time one of these kids runs somebody over, I reference Refrigerator Perry. So I love referencing those 85 Bears, but we haven't seen, with exception, was it the 2004 Bears team that made it to the
2008?
2008. Okay.
Yeah.
What's a great defense, and Rex Grossman was the quarterback, wasn't he?
Wow. Yep.
But it's amazing that they've never had a quarterback throw for more than 4,000 yards. And I want to see Caleb Williams be able to do that and bring Chicago, the beautiful city. They deserve to have a good football team.
But they're winning ugly. That's the important part. Sometimes those ugly wins, they count just as much as those pretty ones.
Absolutely.
And when you're winning ugly and you're building, think about Chicago that I feel, it's about culture and him just, even with Caleb, Caleb's going to he's going to miss the gimmies, but he's going to wire you with the big plays sometimes, and that's the thing that keeps you coming back. He's almost like a good golf shot. What I'm saying? He keeps you coming back. But but with Caleb in Chicago, they're implementing a system and a culture, and I think long as you can keep winning, whether it's ugly or whatever it may be. But and while you're instilling that culture, I think it's going to go far for Ben Johnson in regards to them getting success. Just like last year, after that loss against the Redskins, this season tanked. They have as many wins this year as they had last year. Huh?
Commanders.
I'm sorry. I'm old school. I'm so used to saying that.
Sure.
The commodes. I'm sorry.
Sir.
No, we'll take Redskins. We'll take Redskins. We'll just let them just take Redskins. As
But
long
yeah,
as he's not saying that, we'll take Redskins.
I don't think the Lions are going anywhere. I think they're good. They got a chance to make a deep run in the playoffs again this year. As Lady Antoinette has pointed out, they've had a lot of heartbreak over the last couple of seasons. Everybody, really felt like they were this close and they just didn't quite make it. And I think that builds character in a team. Nobody's gone anywhere. They come back, they work harder, and they fight. This Lions team isn't going anywhere. How many points do you think the Commanders are put up in this game? Do you think they score a touchdown over this 8th overall defense?
If you could score a touchdown on special teams with your punter, Tressway, then absolutely yes.
Trust could do it.
Which is the coolest punter name ever.
Yes, Tressway could do it. I adore him.
Let's be real.
13 points. I give you 13.
We don't. I mean, you have Deebo Samuels. You still have a running game, but I mean, as far as on the outside, you don't have anybody that scares you. You don't have anybody that makes the defense back up. You don't.
Offense doesn't have anyone that scares you, Pig.
That's what I just said.
I know, but you said besides Deebo don't scare nobody.
They double team Deebo, so clearly he's a problem.
You said besides Deebo, this, that, and the other.
Besides Deebo, we don't have Terry's not here to stretch the field. Listen, De'Ami Brown. I hate to say this because I was De'Ami's best supporter.
That's a lie.
I really wasn't. I really wasn't. De'Ami is not here to stretch the field, right? At least if we didn't have Terry right now and we had De'Ami, he would stretch the field because of his speed. We thought we had that in Lane.
So you decide to give praises to this young man after he's gone?
Yeah, I dogged him the whole time.
We're gonna talk later.
I didn't say. I said I was his biggest supporter. I was
not.
I wanted him back.
Lies.
He just that's the theme for today's lies. But go ahead.
Okay, but our offense doesn't have that this year. Is what I'm getting.
Correct.
Right? Our wide receivers and we have a number 3 wide receiver that we haven't seen since game number 1. And we keep continuing to pay him. I don't know why we haven't injury settlement him and sent him on his way. You're holding up a roster spot, and you call Terry a thief. Now that's the biggest robbery I've ever seen.
Oh, it's the bank robber. Terry one of the best to ever do it. And I told y'all it was a money grab, and y'all gave him the money. Go ahead.
I don't see. We're gonna fight. Dan Quinn's gonna have these guys. He's gonna have them ready to fight. But like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And how many punches can we take?
That's your game plan, huh? You sound like you've been talking to Cliff Kingsbury. Just get punched in the mouth as many times as you can't take no more.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, man. I said you have a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
You just twisted that man's words.
I swear I did.
What are you saying about that? I was not paying attention to none of the conversation.
I'm paying attention to it, man. I'm just having a good time with this fake pep talk you try to get yourself on a Tuesday for Sunday's game.
However, I think that it is a stretch for us to win this game. It's not any given Sunday, so it's possible, but it is a stretch, and I don't like it. You guys know, of all people, I don't like this situation we are in. Yeah. Everybody's hurt, like literally. Everybody's hurt. Like, how are we gonna score? So I need my cousin Frankie to get the ball and just run it.
He's suspended. We just talked about that with Seawall. He's suspended, which is the craziest thing ever because
it's a conspiracy.
He's been getting fined from the NFL, but nobody's ever reported.
Stop illegal tackling people.
Stop. First of all, you got him in the wrong place on the field. Let's just start there. Call a spade a spade. Why was he put over there when he should be over here? You see what I'm saying? Why was he running all over the field?
Why does he keep tackling people illegally.
Hey,
You're talking about the middle linebacker, right?
The
No, we're talking
outside-
about Frank, the
number
outside linebacker.
4,
Outside
Frankie
linebacker,
Louvu.
number 4.
Luvo, right?
Louvu.
Yep.
Louvu.
Yep.
Okay.
Our thug is suspended
But
for this
here's my
game.
thing. That's why you put him in a certain place. You put him in a certain position, and he was good on that position.
They
He
put him
was
in the
a
right
rusher.
suspension
He was
list.
rushing last year. Him and Bobby
You're
were
a hater.
cross X in the A gap last year. He would come off in the
Yeah.
C gap, and so now
And
he's
he
done
was
for the year.
you want him to go after the quarterback.
You
At
do.
the end of the
You
day,
do.
if you sack the quarterback, guess what he's not doing? He's not throwing the
Nah.
ball. He's not giving the ball over to a running back or anybody. He's not running the ball in. He's not doing anything but laying on the ground. That's what you need Frankie for. That's what you get your goons to do. So
And I
that's
guess
the problem.
That's what's so
Absolutely.
confusing about you all this year. It's like you all tried to like reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Last year, you said see ball, hit ball, go to the people who need to see ball, hit ball, go. Now you're like, audible, read this, maybe go, don't go, Mr. Tackle. It's the crazy. I mean, you've never been a good tackling team to begin with, anyway. But at least you had the proper people doing the proper roles.
Correct.
This
Exactly.
makes no sense this year.
Well,
And
Exactly.
with
You're
me.
right, because there are so many in the last 5 years. Obviously, within the last 5 years, we had coaching and ownership changes, but there are certain people that you can look at them and you can tell that they shouldn't be on the field doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like like the Forbes argument, right? We had Forbes trying to tackle people 8 times his size. Why? Why is that a thing?
Al's
Because
the
he's
most
a
violent
football
typer
team.
ever.
He's a
Jazon
what?
Newton's going to be a beast. You guys got some
Oh,
guys
yes.
that are coming.
Yeah,
You guys got
However,
we definitely do. We
but
definitely do,
you
but it's
still
going to
got to
take some
put
time.
them
Yes.
right. You got to put
It's
them
still
in
gonna
a
take some time.
place that they're supposed to be in. That's the key when it comes to coaching. You have to utilize the players at what they're good at, and that hasn't been happening this season. It's like you just put them where you want to put them. That's craziness.
I think the injury to, and I didn't expect to be defending the Commanders here today, but I think
Well,
that the
no.
injury to Jaden Daniels through the whole season, I would rather be a Commander season going forward than a Cowboys fan. It was just
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, you have a great future in Washington, D.C.
If
if
he's going
Jaden
to play
Daniels can stay
half the
healthy.
games, what good is that?
That's not, this is one season. He was great through
He's
college.
been hurt 4 times in
He's a tough
26
kid.
games.
Again,
It's
4
a
times
fluke,
in
Al.
26 games.
Co-
Fluke?
Al.
Okay.
again.
I'm glad y'all said. Let me ask y'all a question.
Oh Lord, he
Let
about
me
to
ask
ask
y'all
wait,
a
wait.
question.
Oh,
Since
Al,
I've
Al's
gotten so
gone.
many fines.
The show just went left.
now he gonna ask questions. We don't want to answer your
I'm gonna
questions.
ask y'all a question. 'Cause you keep trying to think this. It's a history of performance, and I won't use anyone else. Let's say you know a guy who cheats, who cheated on a test. I ain't even gonna say on his way. He cheated on a test one time. That may not make him a cheater, but if every test or 5 out of 20 tests he cheat on, he's a serial cheater. Therefore, Jaden in 26 games has been hurt 4 times. It's a history of things to come. Because guess
got a
what?
question.
He's not going to be able to get out of his own way. The same way his coach couldn't pull him out of the game on Sunday to help him from getting hurt. He's a competitor, don't get me wrong. But his body type does not support the type of player he wants to be. Go ahead, Pep.
Oh,
Keep in
okay,
mind,
wait,
we
wait.
haven't had
Go
the
ahead.
line.
Lady A,
You told me your line was
I
the
got this
strongest
one.
part of your team.
I got this one. Okay.
Please.
Al, would you say that his body type is the main reason why he's hurt all the time?
No, I see he's injury prone is the reason he's hurt all the time. But go
Oh,
ahead.
he's injury prone. Okay, great. Perfect. Would you call Joe Burrow injury prone?
Yes.
Yes.
But did you see Joe Burrow's
And
coach
so is
pulling him
Dak.
out of games? You don't see them pulling him out of games, right? You don't see like he
He
is
pulls
that type
himself out of
competitor.
games because he gets hurt. That's why he's on IR now.
No. Listen to me. He didn't listen to me. What I'm saying to you right now is this: those are competitors.
I
They
get it.
compete until the coach and John Thompson said, I'd rather calm a fool than resurrect a corpse, right?
I get
These
it.
guys are top-notch competitors. They are the top of the food chain for a reason because they are such hyper
Yes.
competitive people. And
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you this one more time, right? Who are the wide receivers that he has to throw the ball to from play number one on offense? Hold on, from play number one on offense, he was running for his life all Sunday night. Did you not see that?
I did. And I say
Okay,
that and I
okay, great.
communicate.
So
I know he's a
so
competitor.
what
He's
I'm
a
saying
heck
to
of
you
a
is this.
player. Pick.
What
But
I'm
the
saying to
style
you
of
is this.
play,
Hold on, Al. Hold on. What I'm saying to you is this, Al, is y'all should be afraid. And the reason why
why?
y'all should be afraid is because of this. Because Jaden is sitting down because he has a fractured elbow, right? Not fractured, dislocated elbow.
Yeah.
This
I
is
was gonna
going to
say
lead
that's
because
news.
we're already inside the top 10 of the NFL draft. With that being said, with that being said, we will wind up with a wide receiver, a top wide receiver next year to go along
Okay.
with Terry and the other wide receivers that come along.
I'm not afraid of Terry.
Um,
He got his
okay,
bag already.
listen,
He done. He on retirement status. Go ahead.
can I let me let's get the show. Q, can you stay with us, Q? I got to get the
I'm
show
good.
back on
Let's
the.
go. Yeah, let's go.
All
I'm
right,
Let's
just
go,
trying
baby.
to
yeah. Listen,
understand.
I'm
let's
I'm
get
trying to
the
understand
show
where
enjoying
back
you're
this.
on.
going with this. Because I
Listen,
still don't understand.
I'm just telling you,
My
you're
team
in
is
trouble.
we're 1-2.
I see.
We're 2-1 against Jake.
You see what
And
I'm
should
talking about,
be
right?
and
So
should be 3-0.
is Dak injury prone? Because Dak's injury prone, isn't he?
Dak is in his
He
12th
definitely
year and had 2
he's
years off.
definitely injured.
Don't compare a 10-year
It's a
career with a 2-year
it's
career.
a perfect
It's
storm that
that was
happened in
somewhat.
DC this year. That's the
A
reason.
bad
This
storm.
team will bounce back and win 10 games next year.
That's
I
what they said
promise it.
last year. And guess where we are this year?
Okay, listen.
Well, I said
Um,
last season we were going
Perfect
to
storm of
go
injuries, but it's going to be good. They're going to load up in the draft. They got some draft
They
picks. I
are.
actually think you take your wide receiver in the second round and get yourself an offensive lineman in the first round. It's more of a premium position.
Maybe the one area on the offensive line that I would say that we do need someone. I'm going to say the center, right? Because right now we have a Cosme who hasn't even hit his second contract yet. I think he goes into a second contract next year. We got Conley Jr. on the outside who the first 4 weeks of the season was in a master class of the top echelon of defenders in the NFL, rush ins and linebackers that he had to block. We got Laramie Tunsil. We'll have him for maybe a couple of more years. And then we pushed Paul in, and we had Coleman that we drafted last year. So I think we have 4 of our 5 pieces. We need a backup center for sure, and we need some more depth because Wiley and a couple of other guys really do need to go away and retire.
Let me
But
ask
as far as can I get the show back on the road?
but I want to know because you keep giving me all this great information about what y'all gonna do. Do you remember the movie I'm gonna get you, sucker?
I do.
Oh my goodness.
He said every great hero has a theme music, right?
Oh
What
my.
is
Yeah.
what is Washington's theme music?
If you don't go to bed,
I'm just
No,
asking.
we ain't gonna never get to bed. We're never gonna get to bed because Al he keeps going left on us. All right, listen. We're gonna scrap. We're gonna scrap going around the NFL. We're gonna scrap going around the NFL this week. Okay. Let's get ready to do your foursome. Okay.
Let's see.
We'll put Al over here in the driver's seat. Because he wants to steer the show. So let's let Al steer the show for a little bit.
talking about crazy
Um,
stuff.
Man, listen, man.
Can you move Al to the driver's seat, Lady A?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So with that being said, it is time to let Al talk about his foursome, which is an award for the top performers in the NFL. And I can assure you that this week there will be no Cowboys on this foursome. Al, I think you are in the driver's seat. Let's go.
Thank you, Pick. This week, we're sponsored once again by Pick's credit card and Lady A's credit card, so everything will be on them. And you're correct; there will be no Cowboys or Commanders on this week's list because the first rule of being on Al's foursome, your team has to win. And as we already know, neither one of those teams won this week. So on Saturday or Monday, Sunday or Monday.
Not a near Falcon either, huh?
No, not a Falcon on this team either, or Detroit Lion for that fact. To Lady D's happiness. And like I said, but man, we found a great country club. So this week we're gonna have a foursome at Congressional, the blue course, beautiful
Blue
course,
course.
man. The blue course, man. So, like I said, once again, all drinks and beverages and food will be on Ladies A's tab. So,
They will drink
and
water.
being the governor of unbiasedness,
All right, let's go,
my
Gov.
first person, man, is an ex-cowboy,
Mm.
Rico
He
Dowdle,
snuck a cowboy. He snuck a cowboy
He
in.
snuck a
Two pumps.
cowboy in
He got
ex
two. He
ex
got
ex
two pumps.
cowboy,
He got a fine. He can't be on there.
there.
He got
ex-cowboy,
two
Rico
pumps.
Dowdle.
Terrible.
Big win in Green Bay for the Carolina Panthers, man. 25 carries, 130 yards, and 2 tutties. Hey, man, meet me at Congressional tea times at 9:30 in the morning. We'll catch you in the lobby.
Mm.
The next guy, man, I didn't even know this guy until I saw him on Sunday. Kyle Menange,
Okay.
running back from the Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
26 carries, 176 yards. Always trying to find those gems and new guys I can invite because I like to meet these guys and run the tabs on picks credit card reviews.
Seventh round draft pick.
Seventh round draft pick. Made it to Al's foursome. Welcome, kid, man. But like I said, the tea times
He
at
ain't gonna make it
9:30.
to Owls. He's not gonna make it to Owls fantasy squad because
We'll see.
I got him. He's not gonna make it to Owls fantasy squad for sure.
So I didn't pick them up. Then the next guy. This is showing you how I'm the governor. Like I tell you, I'm the governor of unbiasedness.
Mm.
This is like a lifetime achievement award, but he was big on Monday actually. Calais Campbell, man,
Mm.
2 big sacks late in that game, 2
Yeah.
tackles. The oldest defensive player in the league. just a Hall of Famer. Just continue to pad his resume and his resume for Kent, man. Listen, man, you beat my team, so I had to see it. Calais Campbell, I'll see you at the T box at 9:30, man. And the last guy, I got a special introduction for him because he made my weekend that much better. Sam Darnold,
Oh my goodness.
welcome to the foursome, buddy.
I swear.
More
How do you get-
touchdowns than incompletions.
How do
Mm.
you how do you get
21 of 24, 330 yards, 4 tutties.
Mm.
I'm gonna let you tee off first for such a dynamic performance on Sunday. But that's my foursome, man. Sam Donald, Rico
I got a
Dowdle,
question, Al.
Kyle
I got a
Menange,
question.
and Calais Campbell. Yes.
How do you get invited to the foursome for practice? I mean, really, like it was 7-on-7 scripted plays, and the defense didn't have a clue what was
Well,
happening.
guess what? They said officially that record counted. Let me tell you the difference. I remember Cam Little hit that 70-yarder in preseason,
Yeah,
but it's nobody's
didn't
record.
count. Didn't
Yeah.
count.
So guess what?
Oh,
The
okay.
68 one did. So
Mm.
Sunday counted, buddy. So and even in the half. So like I said, more touchdowns than incompletions. Man, that says enough right there.
Mm.
I got you. All right. Okay, listen. Al's foursome is brought to you by the cops because I reported that credit card stolen,
Yep. There
and
you
Al
go.
is
Good job.
he's definitely going to jail.
Man.
So y'all show up at Congressional at your own risk,
Yep.
right? Because listen,
But congressional
the
what? Ain't that shut down? What is he talking?
That thing shut down.
the blue course, yeah.
I feel like it's shut down. Government shut down. No.
Nah, they don't government course. That's all private money right there, baby.
Yeah. So like I said, Al's foursome is brought to you by Get Away from the Cops.
Say someone call 911, huh?
Yep. There you go.
Someone
Right
did,
there.
someone did dial 911. It was me because I actually
I'm just gonna turn my card off.
you gonna turn yours off. You gonna turn yours off.
I
You
got the
gonna turn yours off.
checkbook.
Oh.
They take checks.
Y'all want something to drink? You better find a water hose or something.
Man.
I don't know what to
Oh,
tell
you
you.
just laid it in water, man. Good
Drink
goodness.
out the hose. Drink out the hose. I like
You won't be
it. I
drinking
like
that
it,
Detroit
lady.
water. I can tell you where you won't be drinking the water from.
I like it.
Mm.
Oh man. Okay, listen. I see you there, Mr. Huck. Baltimore Ravens. Thank you, Doc. Okay. Hey. Wait.
Yes.
Oh, tag. I
Baltimore
like that.
Ravens.
And what cuz trying to get my fine levels up, man. He's trying
Because
to
Hey,
you need
he-
it.
he's working it for you. He's working it for you. We have a Thursday night game to pick.
Yep.
And of course, you guys know that the The graphics department has been working late hours and early
Oh,
mornings,
my
so
goodness.
Sound like an excuse,
you
Cam.
know, I'm just saying. And the graphics department has been working. So we do have the lines to pick. We have the Raiders coming off of a win versus the Denver Broncos. This is our
Who?
Thursday night football game.
That's
Who
what
Of
coming
we
off
course,
win? You said the Raiders.
the
Raiders.
Raiders.
The Raiders ain't win nothing.
No, he's talking about this Thursday game.
I know he said they coming off a win.
Oh.
Yeah,
They lost.
they won.
They lost to
No, yeah,
Jacksonville. Remember they went for the 2-point conversion and
That's
did not
right.
get it.
They lost in the last minute. Yes, right. My bad. My bad.
He just want
Okay, so
he liked the Raiders.
now listen,
You
y'all
make me
know
go
we
look.
say
That's it.
y'all know we say that 10 points is disrespectful, right? We call 10 points disrespectful. We call anything over 4.5 disrespectful when it comes to a division game. Why? Because they know each other very well. I'm
Mhm.
gonna give you this line. Okay, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. The line is the Raiders +9 at -113. Their money line is +375. The Denver Broncos are -9 at -108. Their money line is -500. Now I got to tell you, we can't roll with money lines minus 200 or better. We just can't. It's just who's really doing that. The
Nobody.
over under is set at 42.5, 114, -114 for the over, -106 for the under. All right, Denver Broncos are playing out of their mind. The Raiders played well. Brock Bowers is back. Said's guy. Any Bulldogs, Said's going to puff them up, right? But the Raiders just traded away one of their wide receivers as well. So
Joey Myers. Yeah.
it's a plus minus type deal right there. I guess you go first, Q.
Wait,
got?
you want the report?
Injury report.
Oh, yeah, give us the injury report, please.
Okay. Injury report right now. Actually, let me just make sure this is the most recent. This came November 3rd. So actually it says November 4th, 9/20. So it was updated. All right. So the Broncos, Nate Atkins, knee, did not participate in practice. Jonathan Cooper, thumb, full participation. John Franklin Myers, shoulder, full participation. Brandon Jones, foot, limited participation. DJ Jones, knee, full participation. PJ Locke, neck, limited participation. Will Lutz, illness, did not participate. Marvin Mims, concussion, limited participation. Riley Moss, ankle, limited participation. Pat Surtain, pectoral, did not participate. Raiders, Thomas Booker, oblique, full participation. Of course, Brock Bowers, toe, full participation. Adam Butler, back, limited participation. Lonnie Johnson, fibula, full participation. Aiden O'Connell, wrist, full participation. And their safety, Isaiah, hip, but he had a limited participation.
All right, there we go. So, Q, who you got?
The 7-2 Broncos are going to be the 8-2 Broncos on Friday morning. You want to score?
No,
we want to know if you're going to take the points.
We want to know how
you
you're
going
to lay the points. What are you going to do?
See, it's hard. I have my own thing, so I would actually do the alternate spread at 6.5 points. Is what I would do personally.
I like it
because I don't ever trust a spread over a touchdown. You never know.
Yeah.
So you buying it down, teasing it down.
Yeah, you find something in the middle.
I like it. I really do. I like it. I approve. I really do approve. This is a divisional game, like I told you.
Absolutely.
10 points is disrespectful. These teams know each other inside out. No matter what, this goes back to what a lot of our audience would know is, the Commanders could come in or Redskins could come in, undefeated, play the Dallas Cowboys, and we walk out with a loss. Why? Don't know why. The Dallas Cowboys could come in on a complete hot streak, and what happens? Something goes topsy-turvy. This is a division game. That's what I'm saying. I told you. I'm going to take the Raiders, even without the wide receiver. I'm going to take the Raiders +9. Take the Raiders +9.
That's your team.
It's not my team.
You do like them. You do.
I
Go.
feel like you
I
always
think
give
Bet
them the
with them
benefit
a
of
lot.
the doubt. I
You
love it.
lose with them a lot, but you bet with them a lot.
Are you okay? You guys are right. You guys are right. Give me take that
No,
plus
take
sign.
these.
No,
Take
no,
your
don't worry about it. Give me the over 42. Give me
Wait.
the over
Listen,
42, please.
my father-in-law is a Raiders fan. He's watching this. He's going to keep watching if you take the Raiders plus 9.5. So I would have stuck with the first one.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's real. Like Pick, you always
I,
give them the benefit of the doubt, and we love it.
You feel like
Yeah.
them, like I feel about Tennessee and Carolina. I'm always hoping that they'll come through.
you keep rolling. You keep rolling because one day you're gonna be right.
I
One
promise.
day
One
It's
you're
day.
gonna
just
be
by the
right.
end of the season, I've been wrong way more times than I've been right. It's
That's
usually
how
true.
that's how I am with the Steelers, and my feelings get hurt.
Well, I go with them too. You know, we've been running good with our Steelers lately.
Yeah, sometimes, but then those days that they supposed to win.
As
Well,
long as the Bears keep bearing and the Cowboys keep cowboying, I'm good.
You know what?
So, but the Bears didn't bear this week. They did
they
not.
did. They put 8 to 9 points. All right, well, Pick, since you took the over, give me the under.
Ooh,
You so favorite.
you just know Pick going to get it wrong.
Uh,
I mean, honestly, that's
42
you're
and a half.
not wrong. You're not wrong now. My source said to take the over, and I'm like, Pick said the over. So,
Yeah.
and it was a last minute decision.
Mm.
It was a last minute decision, huh? From your source.
No,
for
for
you.
you had the last minute
You
decision, and now I'm like,
changed like midway. Yeah, you
Which
changed.
yeah,
turns out that now the Raiders will hold that 9.5. They will hold
because
that
you
9.5 for
changed
sure.
it.
Yeah, they will. But I'm taking
Oh
the
my
over.
God. Now I don't know what to do. I have on my spreadsheet, I have the over because it's 42, right?
42 and a half.
Yeah,
Right?
42 and a half.
It's 42 and a half.
42 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's still 43. It don't really matter, but
The problem, Gino gonna give him at least one chance to take one back for a 6. So that's the only problem with that over.
At least one. He gonna give them two chances.
hold
They're
on,
gonna get
let me look at
one clean
that.
one.
Let me see. In 4 of 9 games this season, the Broncos and their opponents have combined to score more than 42 and a half. Okay. The Raiders have played 4 games this season that have had more than 42 and a half combined.
See,
And
that's
they
what
get
y'all
it
watching.
Well,
So-
hold on. The teams together, they average 41.5 points per game combined.
That's why I
That's
just put it at 42 and a half.
And Bo Nix is due for a bonehead game to keep it close.
Yeah, but
But
they're going to
they
run the ball heavy. They're going to run the ball
They are.
heavy.
That's what
They
I'm
are.
saying. So I'm gonna stick with the over, but I'm gonna be really angry if the
You
under
overtake-
hit.
because you
J.K. Dobbins is 5th in the league in rushing right now. He's going to have over 100 yards and a touchdown or
That's what
two.
I'm saying.
The Broncos are going to put 35 points up. It's going to
And
be the
see,
over.
these teams allow 44.7 points per game combined. So that
Right.
will give you the over, but
This is the Raiders. You're counting on the Raiders with lesser wide receiver.
no, we know when it comes to the over,
Full
Well,
out draft
ow,
mode.
ow.
But
you
you know
know
that
when it comes to the over under, it's both teams. So the Raiders don't have to score anything, truthfully.
Well, the other part about it too is Brock Bowers is their guy. That's
You think you let
literally
Brock
it's not
Bowers
even the
do
wide.
And
It's not even the wide receivers. It's
I
Brock
mean, he's
Bowers.
back. I
He's
mean,
he's a monster.
But I think Genty had 6
well, the
receptions
fact that
last week
he's
as well,
back
too.
is going to help.
And
Yeah.
that's Al's guy.
The fact that Brock is back is going to,
I'm so glad they drafted.
yeah, Brock he's gonna score something. So I'm okay with the over, but I am
See,
going
there
to be
you go,
very
Lady A.
angry.
Pick an 88 with the over. Sounds
It's
good.
okay, Lady A.
I
It's
don't
just
like
ride
that.
with ride
Don't
with pick.
put
It's
me with
ride with pick day. It's ride with pick
No,
day.
I
Don't
Pixture
worry about it.
Damas. You ride with Pixture Damas, baby. Go, girl.
Oh no, that's
That's
usually a
disrespect.
L.
I hope
The
that car
disrespect.
I hope that car's electric because I know it ain't got no gas.
All right,
Right, so
we got
we're good.
we got one more thing to cover. We got one more thing to cover tonight. Lady A.
Hot tea.
What am I covering?
You got hot tea for you? Got some hot tea?
Yeah, no. He's speaking of something in particular.
Yes,
Are you talking about
the Doc Rivers.
yeah.
What Doc say? Doc did say Doc put out something about the administration or something. He put out something that he was
Yeah,
talking.
he was talking about the administration. However, we talked about this pick. He kind of already it kind of already has a resolution, but I can't find it where we were just talking about
It was
it.
the SNAP benefits that we was talking
Yeah.
about, that Doc was talking
Yeah,
about with the SNAP benefits, and I think that
yeah.
there was a judge that came in with some emergency thing that
So
forced the SNAP. Yeah, there we
so
go.
Doc Rivers is talking about the impact that the SNAP benefits have on the community, young players, things like that. For those who work in um, with the youth, in reference to football, or basketball or any sport, and also high school and possibly even in college. College is starting to get away from that issue now with these NIL deals, but you still have this. Some of the people that, some of the kids that you're coaching, do rely on, SNAP benefits and things like that. So you got to keep in mind that this could impact them. This, having food is essential. And so for the coaches and staff that are working with the youth, you just got to keep that in mind. Now, I will say, um, some federal judges intervene on the course that everything was going towards, to stop, the I guess the freeze on SNAP benefits. But a lot of states are taking hold of the situation and paying out for the SNAP benefits, if not all, then at least a portion until this
Half,
gets resolved. Yeah,
half is what I saw.
yeah, a lot of them are doing well. It kind of depends on the state, because some
Uh,
states are still not doing it at all. But
all right.
nonetheless, you just a shout out to everyone who is trying to be supportive. I know a lot of local organizations and churches and community organizations especially are trying to step in and help, but it's difficult for these kids to remain focused if you don't have food at home.
Man,
It's difficult to perform
very much so.
under those circumstances. So Doc Rivers definitely, and shout out to him.
I was about to say that. Shout out to Doc Rivers for
Yeah,
shining a light on this situation.
and he uses his platform positively. So
Absolutely.
I love that. But if you guys are more interested in what he spoke of, and just, I want to say, probably Google it. I'm sure it'll come up. But shout out to Doc Rivers, and shout out to everyone, like I said, that are trying to step in and intervene, to help these kids out. And it's not just about the sport. Sometimes the sport helps them get away from a reality. You never know what these kids are going through. Some are going
Mhm.
through more than
They
what we
should.
could ever imagine. So, but just,
Absolutely.
prayers up to everyone. And
And it looks like a Democratic sweep. For anybody looking for the election, it
Huh.
looks like a
in
Democratic sweep.
Virginia,
Virginia, all three were Democrats. Jersey was Democrat, and the Democrat won, and in New York.
Texas.
so we
I'm not.
talked about Virginia off camera, but for those who don't know, because
Oh, the Herschel's crazy.
there's only two governor races in the country, this year, and Virginia is out of control. Like, it is like a movie. It is absolutely crazy. And if you're in the Washington D.C. area, obviously you're gonna get some of the advertisements as well. But Google it. Virginia is
I am speaking.
it's the craziest thing I've never seen. You have death threats in a text message. You have people posing with their big rifles and stuff for their campaigns.
It wasn't no rifle. That was an AK.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a
Well,
difference.
nonetheless, it's craziness. I've never in my life, and I've lived in the vicinity of Virginia, um, and for a very long time, and I don't understand. I've never seen this.
It's heartbreaking, and it's all over the country. And yeah, it's something, man.
Yeah,
I pray for the whole country. It's so
Yeah.
much propaganda and misinformation, and
yeah,
people living in different information bubbles. I spend a lot of my free time trying to educate people
yes,
and bring people together, because when I find with these people with these left and right viewpoints get together and start talking, they realize that we all want the same things.
Right.
yeah.
You know, if
It's
we're not
just
that
getting
different,
wrong info.
it gets polarized, or polarized, and it's so wrong, and we have to try to do something to stop it before
Yes.
we lose the country we all know and love.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we stop the improvements that we thought we were finally starting to make over the last handful of years.
Mm.
They've been trying to set us back for years of movement throughout just as a people, man. As
Right.
a,
No,
as a-
absolutely.
as an
No.
American.
Pin us against each other so that
Yeah.
we don't see. Yeah, it's so horrible. Thank you so much, guys, by the way, for having me on today.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I really
no,
enjoyed
Listen,
this.
thank you
listen.
for
Q,
coming.
I
Sorry
really,
you to
Q,
get involved in me and Pick's little bickering back and forth, but it's okay.
No, you're good, man. You're an angry Cowboys fan. I'd be mad too. I'm a Dolphins fan. Wait
Oh,
till if you
you're
guys have me
very-
back
you're
next
very
week,
angry.
I'm going all the way in. Just wait. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I was just about to say that. I was going to say, listen, you're coming back. Let me give you guys a heads up of what's to come. On Saturday, we have our guy John joining us for our Saturday picks, and then I was going to ask you Q, if you come back
Yeah,
next
I'd love to,
Saturday.
man.
We also next Tuesday. I'm sorry, next Tuesday we have Ben Strober coming on. He is a Wizards guy. He's on the Junkies in the morning. So we got Ben Strober coming on. So he will tell us about some of the young talent on the Washington Wizards team, and we'll have our guy Q here back, and he can recap the destruction that was
Detroit.
the Detroit Lions
all
and
right.
give us what to look forward to for Miami. So we'll see you guys back on Saturday. We'll
Mhm.
be live, and y'all know what we do. Lady A, I need you to push that button for me because it's already dead.
It's okay.
Um,
Wait a minute.
all right.
Just keep on talking. I got you.
All right. Okay. So y'all know we will be here Saturday. We will have updated graphics. I promise the graphics department. But you know what? I can't promise. I don't know what the graphics department's going to do. But we'll
Oh,
have some updated stats for you guys, and we'll let you know how far Pick is ahead of everybody when it comes to the picks. Yes.
Don't wait for that one.
we're lying.
so-
Okay, got it.
There will be
He
no
must
lying. There
have.
will be hard facts. I will be in control of that championship belt that we all want. So thank you to Seawall. We will see her after Madrid. And I owe her some recommendations for Madrid, and she told me Q39 was amazing in Kansas City, which I told her it would be. So safe flight to her. We'll see you afterwards. We'll see you again next week. Q.
Yes, sir. But since we got to go back to Madrid, did you say they used to get drunk on sangria and pass out on benches? Did I hear that earlier?
Man.
Oh, they gonna do that.
I was just paying. She didn't pick up on that. I did. I was like, oh, okay.
I heard the
no,
park
that's what's up.
benches too.
So I did. I was in the military, and we go out.
Did I miss this? Did I miss this conversation?
Oh, he said
Yeah,
it.
it was
He
funny.
said it.
Yeah, sangria will come back and get you. You don't realize it because it just blends with your food. It's really good. It's like
Snake water. Yeah.
It's getting
it's-
defined.
He should.
I,
You telling people on national TV, national podcast, you get drunk off sangria.
I
That's
didn't
the
know.
problem.
And sleep on benches, park benches.
First off, I didn't know, and it was
It put you on a park bench.
I was out.
Hey, he never takes the chance to shoot a shot at you, does he,
Yeah,
man?
it
I mean,
God,
getting drunk on sangria is a little,
Did you
how
have
the
a
kids
shirt
say
on too?
sus or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
That's
Did
a
you have
problem.
pants? Did you have pants on when you was drinking this sangria?
What?
Yeah, come on, man.
What?
Stop playing, bro.
Ow!
Come on,
Yeah.
don't do
I heard
that.
he might have had on a
No,
miniskirt or something, man, drinking
No,
this
listen.
sangria. Man.
What?
when in Rome,
Listen. No, there wasn't no when in Rome. Do what the Romans do.
I think something else was in that sangria. Because
You
you
only
should
roll
not
with
be
people that you
getting
trust.
waking up on a park
Man,
bench.
never
well,
had
you was
this
probably a
sangria
young
on
man.
like I
park
said,
You was
bench.
probably a young man.
And you was in the military.
It was.
Man, what y'all hadn't been around.
But
that
no,
don't
we
make
had
sense.
we had went out. We was drinking, and then we went to a nice dinner.
You taking shots of sangria?
So No. So you had a sangria with your dinner or whatever, plus whatever we had to drink. It just came back and was like, it was like having a bunch of
Yeah,
Long
I
Island
got
iced
you.
tea. It's gonna come back and get you later.
How
Yeah,
much
that
you
happened to
weigh,
me
Vic?
once.
How
He
much
That
you
actually
weigh, Vic?
happened to me once.
112. He had
It's some-
112 of them.
How much you weigh, Vic? What you about $110, $115?
back then,
Yeah.
then,
He
I was
was
probably like
95
130. I was
pounds.
probably like 130,
He
Not
145.
probably
95.
That's
he
the problem.
ran 20 miles that day and started pounding
That's the
sangria.
problem.
Stuff happens, you know.
112
Hey,
of them.
Q,
Yeah.
don't make
Uh,
excuses for him.
Huh?
Please don't.
it-
We do
it-
not accept certain behaviors. We do not make excuses for. And that's one of
Listen,
them.
I'm just
Getting
saying.
drunk
I
off
remember.
sangria and ending up on a
I
park
remember. It
bench
was.
is
It was my
unacceptable.
guy's Denmark's
out there.
birthday. We started out early. We went to party and we was shot o'clock all day, and
I
then
love
we
he's
went out to
defending
eat.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Went out
just,
to
They
eat.
they
It was over.
call
it gets
they
better
call
the more you
shot
listen to it.
sangria there. It's a different.
It was
It's a
not
Was
language.
this
shot
the
of
whole
sangria.
day of sangria?
No, it wasn't sangria that we was doing shots with.
Yeah, there was
had
other stuff
going-
involved, is what you're
It's
saying.
a language
Yes,
barrier.
yes.
Okay.
Sangria means
All right.
something
It
else.
really wasn't a sangria. It was the shots between the sangria.
It was, it was the shots, and then the sangria came back later that night. and
Now
topped it
the
all
true
off.
story comes out. Yeah,
Yeah, it was. It was
it's
a-
really a
I
day of
helped them out with
tequila.
that. Just so y'all know, I helped them out with this.
It
one,
definitely
you know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
adding up. That's
Gave it a little bit.
Yeah.
Gave it a little more hair on
No.
the chin for him.
No,
Because
come on. Now.
you just sitting
I
there
said
drinking
it.
pictures of
I
sangria.
just said
wasn't a good look for
I
you, brother.
said the sangria will come back, and what I said to Seawall was the sangria will come back and get you later. It will come back and get you later.
okay.
It-
Or the
it's a
shots
creeper.
that you had around it too.
The
That can
shots,
come back.
the shots definitely had an effect on it as well. So yes, thank you very much. Listen,
Okay.
great show. We appreciate you all for hanging in there. So y'all know Sed's not here. So shouts out to my son, United States Air Force. First Street Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Say it with Say Go Dogs. I say raise hell.
Stay off park benches.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in.